Anyway, let's go back to the start of it, and how you got into bikes, and then how you got into racing. How did you do that, and where did it all start for you?
Well, yeah, um, yeah. Just always been an outdoorsy kind of kid.
Yeah.
I went missing down in Cornwall once when I was 2 or 3 years old, and my parents didn't know where I was, and they were walking out campsite trying to find me, and I was just pushing. I had this little pedal along tractor with like a bucket on the front,
Yeah.
and I was pushing it to the top of this hill, getting on it, and just bombing down the hill on it like that. And this other family had been watching me do it for about half an hour or something. And I was just straight back up to the top, straight down, up, down, just loving it.
Yeah.
So from an early age, I've been into playing, you know,
Playing
getting a
out.
bit scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I've got an older brother who's 5 years older than me.
Uh,
Um, so it was kind of cool because if it was just me without an older brother, I probably would have been kept at home a bit more. But because I could go out with my bro and just ride round, and
yeah.
even if you ride into the park to play a bit of footy, on the way you'll find a curb to jump off or
Yeah.
anything like that. So yeah, bikes were always the thing. And my old man was into moto trials,
Hmm.
so we'd help him mark sections out the day before a trial,
Okay.
and we'd ride some of the sections backwards on our mountain bikes.
Yeah.
And then yeah, there was uh, a race series, Leisure Lakes in Preston.
Yeah. Yeah. That I
The
did a
little
race
They were
there.
mint. Yeah, like the flat, sandy, little loopy. Yeah, so we started doing them really,
I didn't know.
and oh yeah, yeah, it was mint.
You never stopped pedaling because there was not big enough hills, was there?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then when I was old enough, went from there and just started racing downhill. So yeah, it was
So
a bit more exciting.
so where did you so Leisure Lakes, the is that, was it called Tarleton there, that one? Um
Don't know. We always used to call it Preston.
yeah, it was, well, it's near
It's
Preston.
near Preston Docks, isn't it?
Yeah, not far. And it's got the lake in the middle and all that.
Yeah, yeah. I think the Preston Docks is on one side of the lake, and this
Yeah,
was on the other.
yeah,
Like you could hear motorbikes riding and that.
yeah. Well, and where was your first place you went downhilling then?
I think it was Bringewood.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was on a hardtail and it rained. It's kind of clayey there,
Is, yeah.
and I remember trying to push my bike to the top of the hill, and both wheels got fully clogged up with clay.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was young, probably started crying a bit. When you're all waterproofed up and you're overheating, bike won't move. I'm pretty sure it was Scott Beaumont,
Right.
Boom Boom Beaumont,
Yeah.
and he like, oh, he's old man maybe both of them, but they
Yeah.
helped clear the clayey crap out of my wheels, so my wheels would turn again.
No way.
And
Brilliant.
but yeah, Bringewood, that was one of the first places for me,
And how
and
old
it
were
was us. Go on, how old? Probably 13.
you? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was just the whole vibe there. The Pierce family are amazing.
Hmm.
Like David made those sick double story trailers to go on the back of his tractor.
Yeah.
So you'd pass your bike up to him, sit underneath it, go up the hill in the tractor, just stinky body armor smell, mud everywhere.
Yeah.
Goggles are all fogged up,
Yeah.
but everyone's stoked. And when you're that young and you're listening to some of the stories some of the older boys are talking about,
Yeah.
and you're just like, wow,
Yeah.
that actually happens. Like, can't
Yeah.
wait to get older.
Yeah. No,
So
mega.
yeah, yeah, probably 13 years old.
And
Um,
and
but
who
yeah,
was there some lads in your sort of category that went on? to be successful like you at that time? Who were your first mates you sort of got at the mountain biking?
Well, one of well, I had some good friends from surrounding like Macclesfield area,
Uh-huh.
but then I made really good friends with Rat from an early age because we were at Zeus once,
Were you
and
same year, you guys?
yeah, yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a month between us.
Okay.
So there was me, Rat, and Joe Smith, all the same age.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we were sat on an uplift heading up for a race run, and I was chatting to Rat, and I was like, "Oh, so where are you from?" He's like, "Oh, I'm from a place near Manchester." I'm like, "No way, me too." And it turns out we're like 10 miles apart. So after the race, we swapped like home phone numbers on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
and then started hanging out from then.
Amazing.
That's like nearly 20 years ago now,
Yeah.
so pretty strong. Um,
And what year would that have been, Sam? Like,
I think like 13, 03, 04.
okay. Yeah.
So like you starting to race juvenile
Yeah.
category.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but then we were pretty fortunate really because there was the three of us. There was other fast guys too, but us three went right from juvenile to
Right
you
through.
know through to when we now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, like we all went to our first World Cup about the same time and world champs and